Do you guys feel like corporate America has come to a point where it's so fake, right? Like the fake smiles and the fake meetings, the office politics, the hi, how are you? With the fake enthusiasm. You're not alone, okay? I think for our generation, that's probably like the top reason, the top thing that we're trying to avoid when we go into corporate America. And I want to make the case and shed some hope because the AI tools that are becoming available to us can be an escape from that game. And it can be an opportunity for freedom if you take advantage of it. So, if you don't have 5 minutes to listen to how this new AI economy might be able to replace that corporate slop, well, then you're just gonna be like this guy for the rest of your life. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? Well, how did we get to the point where everything has become so fake? Believe it or not, this was predicted like 76 years ago, okay? There was a book written in 1950 called The Lonely Crowd. And in that book, the author explains how America's shifting from a manufacturing economy, which is like in factories producing real goods, to the service economy, is going to give birth to a new class of citizens that are very sensitive to other people's perception of them and very aware of what impression they make on other people. Well, why is that? Okay. Well, think about it. In a manufacturing economy, when you're working at a factory, you make your units, you do your job on the factory line, and if they pass quality control, that's all there is to it. Kind of like you are judged on the product you produce. Okay, so the output is visible. But let's take consulting or marketing or management, which are, so if you're in school, those are some of the jobs that you might go into. You're trying to convince people that you know what you're talking about. Essentially, that's what you're trying to do. So, in a way, you actually are the product. Okay. So, maybe you can start to see why people have become so sensitive to how other people perceive them. Well, when you're the product, you want to make a good impression on people, right? And this is like, America has been a service dominated economy for generations now. So it's kind of just seeped into our way of life at this point. We have become very sensitive to what other people think about us. It's not just in the corporate world, but we do see it pretty bad in the corporate world. So since the value has become abstract, right, in these consulting, marketing, management jobs, you're trying to kind of sell yourself. What's become more important is your presentation, the alignment with the leadership of the company, and the social positioning that you have within the company. And that's office politics right there, right? Like, that's why it's so prevalent in corporate America today. If nobody can clearly quantify the value of you as an employee, then perception becomes the proxy for that value. So how can AI be an opportunity for us to escape that game? Well, why are people being laid off so much right now? And why is it so hard to find a job? Well, you know that AI is a big part of that, right? AI companies are making huge investments into AI to replace employees. And guess what? They're finding out that AI is not at the level where it can replace an employee yet. But the types of employees that are being laid off are the ones who have been in corporate America for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and they've gotten comfortable, they've gotten lazy, and they haven't learned these new tools that are coming out. So how do you optimize so that you can be on the winning side of this? Well, you be an employee that uses AI to have a greater output. Okay. Since we know that companies are replacing employees with AI, we know that they're judging output again. So if you can raise your output as an employee using AI, that's golden. And what's even better is if you can become very proficient with these AI tools, and it's not that hard because nobody wants to put the work in and learn how to use them. Believe me, most people don't. If you can spend a little bit of time getting good with these AI tools, well, then you can approach the business directly and sell them your service. You don't even have to be employed by them. And then you can see why that corporate culture game, that office politics, is going to start to become less and less important. It's going to be more output focused and not, hey, like me. I hope you like me. The game is going to change. AI is changing the rules of the game. The office politics will become irrelevant. So that's why it's a chance for freedom, okay? These tools are empowering us to build stuff for ourselves. We can build solutions for ourselves, or we can use AI to just be a very productive employee, and you don't have to sell yourself to corporate management. Okay, so start building. That's really what you have to do. That's, if you take anything from this video, start building. Okay, the first thing I suggest that you look into is automations. Why you want to use automations is because they can take a process that would take forever to do, each manual step, and they can be triggered immediately. You can do one thing and it will trigger a sequence of events. And it might sound difficult, but I created a Google extension that you open it up in, say you're in make.com. I would say make.com is probably the best software to start building automations. You open it up, you tell it what you want to build, it can see your screen, it can help you build those automations. It will give you step-by-step instructions. So it's just gotten that much easier. Okay, if you want to look at that Google extension, look at the link in my description. That'll have a video of how it actually works, so you can see how that works. And the next thing that you should look at is using Codex or Claude Code, because you can start building things. You can start building your own Google extensions. You can start building software. You can start building apps. You can start building games. Okay? The limit is really your imagination with this stuff. So, if you take anything from this video, start building. Start using these AI tools. And then you won't have to play the corporate game, because you can justify yourself with the output that you're creating. Okay. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you got anything from this video, or if you want to hate on this video, go ahead and let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one.